All right, we are at the restaurant. What's it called? Something. Restaurant Fondeadero. Just in downtown San Pedro, right at the four-way stop. And here's the whole crew, and we got this other ghetto kind of backdrop, unfortunately. So, yeah, green screen. This is not real, but we're trying to do the best we can with the things we got. So we're a couple days in, and we're going to talk a little bit about highlights and maybe things we're still kind of processing. So, Andrew, Mr. Journalist, highlights.
Well, highlights. I will say that my legs are incredibly sore from an amazing hike that we had. That was pretty amazing. The church service that we went to yesterday was impressive, and still processing that because there's a lot going on there. But yeah, I mean, I think just hanging out with people here has been an amazing experience.
Cool, James.
Well, I'm pumped to work today.
Yeehaw!
Build some walls for a school. That's always exciting.
Sweet.
Antonio seems pumped about it. And last night was really cool, the service.
No doubt.
Pastor Antonio's powerful message was pretty impressive.
No doubt.
So,
That's good. Anything you're still processing? Need to keep thinking about?
Yeah. I don't want to begin on that. Yeah.
All right. We'll come back. K-Rocks. What up? Gang sign.
My highlight is I love riding in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
Eating bugs.
Eating bugs is pretty fun.
So you're a country girl at heart. Maybe. All right.
And then the fact that I made it to the top of a volcano was pretty impressive.
That's big.
And the church service was pretty amazing last night.
That's awesome.
And I'm looking forward to mixing some cement today.
Yeehaw!
And still processing just Guatemala in general, just how they live and stuff like that.
That's cool. Rockin'. What's one of the most surprising things you've learned about Guatemalans, how they live?
Can't flush your toilet paper. I just can't get over it.
That's tough, no doubt. All right, JC had a little bout with illness yesterday, so we missed her for about a half day, but she's back in the saddle.
Yeah, that's definitely a downer. I'm so bummed that I missed church last night with y'all. It sounds like there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun.
So that's definitely my down moment. I will always sit towards the back of the boat.
Yes,
from
of
now
course.
on.
Yeah.
I guess I probably have two highlights. One being I got here a few weeks early, and so just getting to know Antonio and his family more. I had started a relationship with them last summer over my trip, and then we'd exchanged emails throughout the past 6 months. But just to be able to spend more time with them, and then the arrival of the team and just getting to share that experience with somebody, because it's very different when I'm here solo than when you all are here, and it definitely changes the dynamics and even the type of thing that I'm doing throughout the day. Our schedules change completely.
Cool.
She's rocking your Spanish too.
Yeah, killing it. Anything you're still processing? Disturbing or interesting or fascinating things? Not so much.
Not at the moment.
Okay, that's all right. Rock on, Tomas. Anything you want to say to your daughter?
Hi. How you doing? Miss you.
All right.
It's practiced.
So one of my highlights, I think, is our meetings that we've been having every night. Just learning a lot from that, getting to know everybody at a different level. It's been really cool.
For better or in some cases. Whoa. Hey, yo. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
For that, it's going to go unfiltered for this.
Also, church last night was amazing. It was really cool to be a part of just the experience, structure, and how they pray together and how they worship together. It's really cool and amazing that the same songs or the same stories are all, they're happening happening thousands of miles away from where we are, which is really cool.
It's cool.
I'm still trying to process learning how to speak Spanish. I think I regret not paying attention. But it's cool that a lot of people here know it and are helping. So I appreciate that.
It's great.
Yep.
Julia,
See.
highlights.
Okay, you have to tell me if you can hear me okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, so just being here in Guatemala, in the different culture and environment here is absolutely amazing. I love looking around all the time and seeing everything that's new and different. Something I love about traveling and helping people in other cultures. And also arriving early and helping, getting to know Antonio and his family. And just being so accepted and appreciated by them. They're amazing people. Getting to know them on a personal level is very different. And that leads to what I'm thinking about more now as sort of a challenge is figuring out how to communicate really effectively with them, with all the interpreting I've been doing. Just for us being so different from them, our worldviews, our perspectives, the way we live and think about life, to understand how to communicate and really be able to effectively partner. It's still something I'm thinking a lot about.
That's cool. That's great.
What about you?
Ooh, let's see. Yeah, maybe I ought to turn that. I don't know how that thing works. Gosh, I was behind the camera, so I didn't have to think about this.
I'll do what I'm processing while you want to.
Okay, yeah, you do the processing.
I guess, and I should have said this originally, but much like our discussion the other night, like, and even starting 6 months ago, and so I've made maybe like this much progress since 6 months ago, is like, what's the best thing we can do for Antonio and his family in the church? Like, we talked about the struggle of giving money or not giving money, or giving time, not giving time, coming down, not a water system. Like, I'm still struggling on what's the best thing to do. Do you just give a $10,000 water system to Antonio in the church when there's one right across the street? Even though the one across the street isn't working to 100%, so do you try to fix that one? Or do you try and partner with AZI and Pedro and give them the $10,000 water system and help them effectively run it? Like, I mean, that's a continual mind struggle for me. So.
All right, back to Jason.
Yeah, so
Highlights.
That was good. So probably the highlight, and I think everybody has shared this, maybe not on video, but over the past couple of days. The people here they're remarkably accepting. Like we've, at least to me, I feel normal, as opposed to being a novelty or being somebody who's rich, and so I think that's probably one of the unique things is that the Guatemalans don't seem to have a perspective that we're that different. They always have a smile, they always seem to be welcoming, and I don't sense that they look at us as a means to an end, but rather just as human beings, just like they are, even though we carry iPhones and other things like that. So that's definitely been probably the most encouraging thing, is just learning more about their culture and how in many ways it hasn't been corrupted. That may be the thing that I'm still processing too, because having traveled to bunches of different places, we're always different, Americans, Westerners, and for whatever reason, folks in Guatemala don't seem to have that, so I'm just continuing to think through what that's all about. In fact, tomorrow I'll probably be preaching a little bit at the service, and I may teach on that.
Yeah.
What it means to love unconditionally, regardless of what you look like or who you are, or what you have in your wallet. So it's definitely been encouraging. Yeehaw.
All right.
Peace out.
Peace out. There you have it again. Backdrop to Brayfast.
This has been